All right, welcome back inside our proactive newsroom. And joining me now is Scott Berdahl. He's the CEO of Snowline Gold. And Scott, it's good to see you again. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks, Steve. Good to see you too.
Yeah, so the company out with a news release talking about some more preliminary results from your drilling program back in 2022 on the Valley zone at Rogue. And just maybe remind everyone a little bit about that drilling program and more importantly, what these results are telling you.
Yeah, so the 2022 drill program at Valley was following up on the very first program done at the very tail end, September 2021, where we drilled 4 holes on the edge of this intrusion and the first ever drilling into this newly identified intrusion and hit some interesting grades. And so in 2022, we started to take big steps out into the intrusion and we've hit some pretty spectacular numbers across big intervals. And so that really aggressive exploration approach has paid off for us. Really, it looks like a large bulk tonnage target coming together, but with unusually high grades for this Fort Knox style reduced intrusion related gold system. So we're really excited by what 2022 has shown us so far, and we're still just getting through the weeds of assay backlog, and still actually have a significant chunk of that program still to come.
Yeah, it also showed a bit more about strike length as well. You were able to add to that, correct?
That's right. So these latest results were 2 holes that were drilled to the southeast of any of the higher grade mineralization that we've gotten into so far. And so we've now seen gram plus material over at least 550 meters of strike length, and that's open to the southeast further. And we're also seeing a really nice high grade corridor take shape at surface.
Okay, let's talk also about another part of the news release, talking about metallurgical testing at Rogue. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that's a big piece of the equation. If you're looking for an ore body rather than just some nice drill numbers, you need to know if you can mine it. And so metallurgy is a huge part of that in terms of how much of the gold you can actually recover from the rocks, what the energy requirements are, what that means for all-in sustaining costs, etc. And so we're very optimistic based on what we've seen in the rocks. The gold there's a lot of visible gold, which bodes well, and we see it commonly along grain boundaries, which is another very good sign. If you break a rock and the gold's on the grain boundary, the gold's going to be liberated and exposed to whatever process you're exposing it to extract it. And so those are very good signs. But of course, every deposit is different, and we need to await these results before we can get too excited.
Scott, why do you do that as you drill as well? Why is it that you do it along the way and not at the very end of it when you're sort of ready to make that next steps?
Well, in this case, we're trying to determine as much as we can about the deposit as quickly as we can, because we are looking at a big district scale land package, and so we want to have a lot more to rank various targets against each other. Valley is the second target we've drilled over basically several dozen that we have in a 280,000 hectare land position. And so we're really moving into this area as first movers. We have a lot on our plates, and we want to make sure that any target we're chasing is really ticks all the boxes. And so this is an easy box to tick as far as just getting the work done and seeing what's there. And like I say, we're fairly confident that it'll come out with some decent results. And so it makes sense for us to just de-risk that asset that much further.
That makes a lot of sense. Scott, thank you so much. Good update. Great to talk to you, and we'll talk again soon.
All right. Thanks a lot, Steve. Appreciate it.
All right. Scott Berdahl, the CEO of Snowline Gold.